Hi, this is Richard, one of the mentors at GradSquare. I welcome you to this video on how to approach Quants module of CET General Test. And in this video, we'll be looking into the syllabus covered, what are the topics that has to be studied for the exam, and what is the weightage that is assigned to each topic, and which topic has highest weightage, and what are the approaches to the exam, what one should do to ace this topic will be dealt here. And we are also going to look at some of the previous year questions to understand the complexity level of the questions. Moving on to the sections covered, so quants module is divided into 5 sections, namely basic numeracy, mensuration, trigonometry, geometry, coordinate geometry, and higher math. And from what is visible on the screen, it is clear that by covering these two sections alone, you will be able to score 60 to 70% in the quants module. So major weightage is given to basic numeracy and mensuration, and the remaining 30% can be expected from these topics. Okay, and what are the topics to be covered in these 5 sections are pointed out here. Again, I would like to point a total of 22 topics has to be covered for quants module. Out of these 22 topics, these two section contributes to around 13 topics. So by covering these 13 topics alone, you will be able to score 60 to 70% of the total number of questions. Okay, so this is about the pattern of the exam, and let's look into some of the previous year questions and try to approach and try to learn certain new approaches towards the question. First, we'll be looking into some of the examples from basic numeracy section. Here, the first example is from number system. The difference between two numbers is 4 and the average is 6. So I'm going to assume that those two numbers is A and B. So the difference is 4 and the average of the numbers is given as 6. So here we have two equations. So by solving these two equations, we'll be able to find the value for A and B. So by solving this equation, A is nothing but 8 and B is nothing but 4, and the product of these numbers is the question. So A into B is asked. So A into B is nothing but 8 into 4, which gives you 32. Okay, and the next question here is from time and distance. A man walking at a speed of 5 km per hour passes a bridge in 15 minutes is the question, and what is the length of bridge is asked. So basically distance is asked. So we know that the basic relationship between distance, speed and time is d equal to s into t, and speed is given, which is 5 km per hour. Okay, and time is given, which is 15 minutes. In time and distance, unit consistency has to be maintained. So distance is questioned in meters, so speed should be in meter per second. So I'm going to convert 5 km per hour into meter per second by multiplying it by 5 by 18, and time should be in seconds. So 15 minutes corresponds to 900 seconds, which is equal to the total distance here is 1250 meter. So that will be your answer for this question. So what is question here? Some of the basic details of the topics are questioned. And next comes mensuration. So mensuration, direct application of formula based questions will be asked. So what you see from the question is they are talking about a trapezium whose heights between the two parallel sides, the distance between two parallel sides is given, and the area is given, and one of the parallel side is given and the other is questioned. So by applying the formula of area of a trapezium, we will be able to find the length of the other side. So area of the trapezium is half into h into sum of the parallel sides. So area is 480, which is equal to half into the distance between the parallel sides is 15, and one of the side is 20, and we have to find the other. So from this equation I can write it as 20 plus b is equal to 960 divided by 15, which is equal to 20 plus b is equal to 64. So b is equal to 64 minus 20, which is equal to 44. And the next one, find the area of equilateral triangle, each of whose sides measures 4 cm. Again a direct application of formula question. So area of equilateral triangle is given by root 3 by 4 a square, where a is the side and the value of a is given in the question as 4. So substituting in the given formula, I am able to get the value of area of equilateral triangle as 4 root 3 centimeter square. And next, Some of the questions from higher math. In higher math, questions from permutation, combination, and probability are asked. Mostly probability questions turns up for the exam. So the first question says that tickets number from 1 to 20 are mixed and the ticket is drawn at random. What is the probability that the ticket drawn bears a number which is a multiple of 3? So generally probability is nothing but favorable cases divide by total case. Here the total cases are 1 to 20, so there are 20 in number, and what is being asked, multiple of 3. Multiples of 3 from 1 to 20 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and 18, which are 6 in number. So number of favorable cases 6. Simplifying 3 into 10, 3 divided by 10, which is 0.3 is your answer. Again here, probability of an event E is 0.05. What is the probability of not E is question. And probability of any event, probability of any event, total probability of any event is always equal to 1. So probability of E happening and probability of E not happening should be equal to 1, and it is given in the question that probability of E happening is 0.05. So from this, probability of not E can be found, which is equal to 1 minus 0.05, which is equal to 0.95 is your answer. So probability of not E is 0.95. And when it comes to geometry, by applying the basic properties of angles, triangles and certain other figures, we'll be able to get down to the answer. Here an angle is 3 by 7 times of its supplementary. So we have an angle here and this is 3 by 7 of its supplementary. We know that sum of the supplementary angles is equal to 180 degree. So upon simplifying, 10x by 7 equal to 180. So x is nothing but 18 into 7, which is equal to, x is nothing but 18 into 7, which is equal to 126. So supplementary angle, an angle is 3 by 7 times its supplementary angle is the question. So 3 by 7 of 126 will be your answer, which is equal to 3 into 18, 54 degree will be your answer. And here, by applying the basic properties of triangles, we will be able to find the value of x here. Here in triangle ADB, sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So these two angles sums up to 140. So this angle will be 180 minus 140, which is 40 degree. And the total angle here is 75. So angle BDC will be equal to 75 minus 40, which is 35 degree. And then the next triangle, triangle BDC, sum of the angles is equal to 180 degree again. Already we have a 90 degree here. Sorry, 95 degree here. So this angle will be 180 minus 60 plus 35, which is equal to 85 degree. So angle DBC is equal to 85 degree, and it is given in the question that CE is parallel to DB and these two constitute a parallel transfer system. Angle DBC and angle BCE are alternate interior angles, so both are equal. So if angle DBC is 85, angle BC is also 85 degree. So the value of x is equal to 85 degree here. And the next one is trigonometry. By using basic trigonometric ratios and functions and certain identities, will be able to solve one type of trigonometric question. The other will be heights and distance based questions. Both have been pointed out here. The first one here, sine theta plus cosecant theta is equal to 2. What is the value of sine square theta plus cosecant square theta is the question. I'm going to use the basic algebraic identity a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab here. So a is sine theta and b is cosecant theta. So squaring on both the sides, I get sine theta plus cosecant theta the whole square is equal to 2 square. So which is equal to a square sine square theta, b square cosecant square theta plus 2ab 2 sine theta cos theta. I know that cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. So sine theta cosecant theta gets cancelled. So I am ending up with sine square theta plus cosecant square theta plus 2 is equal to 4. So sine square theta plus cosecant square theta will be equal to 2. So that is what being questioned here. So the value of sine square theta plus cosecant square theta is 2. Next comes for a question from heights and distance. The angle of elevation to the top of a tower of height 50 root 3 meters. So we have a tower, I am going to name it as AB, and the height of the tower is given as 50 root 3 meter. Okay, and from a point on the ground the angle of elevation is 30 degree, which is x meter away from the foot of the tower. So there is a point which is at a distance of x meter from the foot of the tower, and the angle of elevation to the top of the tower from this point is 30 degree is the question. So I'm going to use the basic trigonometric ratios to find the answer here. So I'm going to take tan 30. So tan theta is nothing but perpendicular by base. I'm going to name this as C. So this will be BC. So tan 30 from the table value, this is 1 by root 3, and this will be 50 root 3 BC. So the value of BC is going to be 50 root 3 into root 3, which is 50 into 3 is equal to 150 meter is the height of the tower.
And that's all about quant module of CUET general test. And what should be done to ace this topic? I would like to start with speed math. One should memorize tables from 1 to 20, squares from 1 to 30, and cubes from 1 to 20. Why are these essential is that whatever topic we are dealing with, ideally we are going to end up with basic arithmetic operations to calculate the solutions. So memorizing these things help you to solve the questions at a faster rate. Since it is a time-based exam, speedy calculation plays a crucial role here. And for reference, I would like to recommend you to strongly stick with NCERT books up to 10th standard level. But from what we have seen, the complexity level of questions is very much less than 10th standard level. What I can say that we can expect questions of 8th standard level. And what should be done? Understand the syllabus, create a daily schedule, spend 2 to 3 days in understanding the topics, the basics of the topics, the fundamentals of the topics, and then try to solve more number of questions in a particular topic, and have the habit of revising things during the weekend. Cumulative revision helps you to have a grasp of all what you have learned, and take frequent tests and mocks. So test tells you where you stand and what are the mistakes that has been done, and what are the ways that one can improve on. So taking frequent tests and mock help you to achieve a greater score. And that's all about what module of CUET general test. More videos will be uploaded in due course. Please subscribe to GradSquare YouTube channel for further updates. For any further doubts and clarification, feel free to contact us on 9282442221. Thank you.